It's a partnership, so we into this together.
It's not like I and Alucious were trying to discourage you, but just because we just want your well-being.
Sometimes you start when she's being bossy and stuff like that. But I wish that my friends don't understand that I'm not living in Africa. I'm living in America, where the culture is different from what we have.
You know, I had to think about that comment by Kobe several times. Not the partner one. The partner one, love it. But this one here, he said that, but we're in America now. Well, I'm in America now. The culture is very different. You know, my first initial reaction was, so basically you're telling me that because you're in America, you are happy to compromise, or you compromise who you are as a person just because you're in America. Because you're happy to just sideline things that matter to you because you're not with a woman from Cameroon and you're with a woman from America. And because of the standard that she lives by, you're more than happy to compromise yourself to adapt to her standards rather than her adapt to your standards. That's the first thing that I thought. But then I said to myself, if he met a woman from Cameroon in America, would you expect her to still behave the way a woman should behave in Cameroon? You see what I'm saying? Because you understand something, right? If you met a woman from Cameroon in America, right, but she had been, let's say, westernized, okay, she'd become that. She wasn't necessarily a traditional Cameroon woman. Would he be happy to settle or to compromise for who she has now become based on her being now living in the States? Or would he have still said, no, you are from Cameroon, you're an African woman, you must behave this way? You see what I'm saying? So that's why with that question itself in particular here, or that statement, shall I say, I had to really think about it. And I said to myself, last week I said that it feels to me as if Bobby got this woman pregnant by accident and he just thought, you know what, F it. So it's an opportunity to go to America. Let me go there. Let's see how things go. And yeah. And obviously he's gone there, and obviously he's been able to start living the American dream, should I say. But also on top of that, though, he has now sacrificed what he wanted from the very beginning. The very first time we saw Kobe land in America, he said that I am the man of the house. That is what he said. That's what he said he wanted to be, because that's what he is in his culture. In his culture, he is the man of the house. But he hasn't had that title since he's been in America, because right now he's still living in the basement, okay, with Emily, and they're now 3 kids. And some people are like, yeah, but obviously, you know, it's okay for people to live together with their mums and dads and the nan and grands, It's just a thing, you know, it's done in certain states and it should be done more often. No. This isn't about that. This is about whether or not this man is actually truly, genuinely happy with the man that he has now become, the man that he has now sacrificed himself to become. This is what I'm saying. Because like I said before, if he had met a woman from Cameroon in America that was westernized and now had this bossy authority, just like the American woman, shall I say? The question is though, would you be okay with that? You see what I'm saying? And that's where I sit and I say to myself, let's play the next bit.
Remember, we have many people that have gone out there, at least 90% have never been happy. When they go out there, they say, come back here and get married to their own African women and so on and so forth. So that's why we're...
So you see that statement itself in particular there, that statement has a lot of truth behind it. It's nothing but factual, right? So I do wonder though, if there are certain men who do try and go over to certain places in the world, they try and adapt to whatever's going on there, and they're like, you know what, this ain't it. And to be honest with you, I think that conversation was very key for his friends to bring up. Very key for his friends to bring up, because I feel like this is something that could, actually, do you know what? I'm going to say this. I don't think it's something that could necessarily become an issue with Emily and Kobe, but I feel like something that could linger behind his head for a very long time, which therefore means it could become an issue. All right, yeah. It's just that, you see, with Kobe though, but Kobe gives me vibes of somebody who's a very loyal man and a very dedicated man. He also gives me vibes of somebody that is, once he's in something, he doesn't want to leave it. So I do worry that this man is going to stay in this relationship with Emily forever, regardless of whether he is happy or not, purely because she is the mother to his children. Purely because obviously if they broke up, you know, obviously it'd be hard for him to see the kids if he decided to then go back to Cameroon. So to be honest with you, a part of me does feel like if he does stay with Emily for the long term, he may just stay with her only because she's the mother of the kids. Because here's the thing as well, but here's the thing that we have to remember. Very key thing. This is something that Emily and Kobe haven't even processed yet. And this is something that is, usually this is when some relationships go downhill. Emily and Kobe have not lived together by themselves just yet. Let's just put that out there, right? Yes, right now they're a happy couple. That's exactly what we're seeing, and I love it for them. But they have not been in a realistic relationship just yet, because there are many people who will live with the other person's family. And once they finally move out, that's when they can really be who they really are. I've heard it before. Some girls will be like, oh, you know, we was living with my mum and dad and everything was fine. And then the second we moved out, we finally got our place. He changed. He was this person. I didn't know who this was. And I always say he didn't change. It's just that when he was around your parents, he actually behaved in a respectful manner for them. But once he was able to actually have you to himself, he was then actually able to be who he's always been. That part of him, he just had to humble it because he didn't want to make your parents feel da-da-da-da-da. It's the same thing that anybody else would do. So this is the other question, isn't it? Whilst these two right now are raising their kids underneath Emily's parents' roof, Kobe is 100% not being him complete self right now. So really and truly, that 90% thing, it may become true once they leave, had their own property, where obviously Kobe's still working, but Emily's now obviously having to be a parent by herself without her mum's help or dad's help as much. I want to know, and then she can really experience how Kobe really is. Not to say that who he is a bad person, but how, do you see what I'm saying? And then also, remember, life will become more stressful at that point too, because Emily will have more stress on her hands because she won't have as much support on her hands. You see what I'm saying? Which is interesting because obviously I know I'm talking forever here, but it's just like this has become a bigger situation. I feel like that hasn't been thought about because these are things that we don't speak about. These are the things that have to be spoken about, have to be pointed out, because a lot of people go through this where they live with their spouse's parents, and then when they leave that house, things go kaput for some people and for many people. And people ask why. Your spouse can never be truly who they are underneath your parents' house. That is the grand scheme of it. But anyway, I won't elaborate anymore. Let's continue.
Kobe is home, and I love that he has his friends, and he likes to go out with them. I have no problem with him hanging out with his friends. But we're here together as a family. I want to do family things. I want to go experience it with him.
They don't trust that in the long term, we will be happy together.
What?
I really appreciate the fact that it took out your guts to tell me this.
You know, it's like judging a book by its cover. They don't know me, so.
My friends, they're just trying to protect my interests. They want me to be happy.
But at the same time, though, maybe it's not about the fact that they don't know you, Emily. Maybe it's the fact that they know Kobe. Maybe they just know that who Kobe who he's become isn't who he's always been, and isn't the person that he's always portrayed himself to be. So maybe they're just saying that, bro, we know you. We know you. The same way Patrick and John. You know, the way Patrick is trying to tell Megan that I know my brother. I know him. You see what I'm saying?
But you are.
Of course.
The way Kobe is talking is a little concerning. He's supposed to be my #1 fan and my supporter, and I'm worried they're putting all of these doubts in his head that he never had before.
Again, to be honest with you, I don't think these are not doubts they put in his head they never before. They're just reminding him of who he is. They just remind him of, hey, bruh, we know you, and we know how we are. But like I said before, the main thing is this. Kobe and Emily are yet to experience a living together with just their kids without the support of Emily's family. So I really hope that when they do move out, they move out somewhere, obviously be in the same state, of course, as their parents, but I hope they don't move just down the road, do you know what I mean? They move out somewhere and obviously they can really then experience, because at the end of the day, it is easy for anybody to be in a relationship that feels okay when you have got support systems that are basically in the same house as you. And let's not forget though, before in the first season, Kobe, whenever he would try and put his foot down, the family all came after him. Remember when we was all watching it and we was like, if it was like an episode of Get Out, you know what I mean? Because Kobe he could never say anything. Anything that he said, the family was, oh, we don't like that. Oh, we don't like. Oh. So with that itself alone, that would make someone change how they are. It would make that person be like, okay, let me dumb things down. Let me just play along. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like Kobe has played along for so long now. He's starting to think that this is who he is, but it's really not. But hey, I'm just saying, if we go back to the first seasons and and they haven't lived, come on now. But hey, we'll see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.